life is like being on a journey, and it comes with its struggles and challenges, and how we turn the challenges and struggles into opportunities determines our level of success. And so, story time. I'm going to tell you a story about this wise Spider-Man and the king. So there was this king, a very prominent king in a kingdom that had his subjects, and he had a very beautiful daughter as a princess, and that was the most beautiful maiden in that kingdom. And so he wanted to give her out in marriage, so because he valued his daughter so much, so he didn't just want to give her out in marriage to just anybody, but to the most wisest and bravest man. And so he set out on his journey to finding that special person for her. And so that resulted as in the competition. He threw a competition, and then he invited all the young and able men to his palace. And so the spider was a passerby. On the D-Day, he saw everybody rushing to the palace, so he tried to find out why all the able men were going to the palace. So they told him, oh, the king had a competition, and the one who wins the competition wins the daughter. So that is how he ended up joining the competition, because he saw the opportunity and he grabbed it. Upon getting to the palace, the rule of the competition was they will all eat 5 hot chili pepper without blowing air through their nose or their mouth, or without blowing their nose, and without drinking water. And if you did any of the 3 things, you were disqualified. And so amongst the competitors was the farmer, the goldsmith, the carpenter, the warrior, and the Spider-Man. So the first person that went forth was the farmer. When the farmer took the pepper, he finished the first pepper and he quickly rushed to blow air through his mouth because the pepper was so chilly and hot. And so that disqualified him. The goldsmith, he was able to get up to 2 peppers, and after the 2 pepper, he was blowing his nose and blowing air through his mouth, and that disqualified him. The third person was the carpenter. The carpenter went up all the way to 3 peppers, and he couldn't resist, but he drank water, blew his nose and his nostril and everything. There comes the warrior. The warrior, everybody was cheering for the warrior because they knew he was the bravest man in the kingdom. So he started eating. He went all the way to four peppers. And on his 4th pepper, he could not resist. He started screaming, yelling for water, and he blew his nose. He started blowing air into his mouth, and he drank water, a whole bucket of water. And so when it got to the turn of the Spider-Man, the king asked the Spider-Man, what makes you think that you can do it? Because all these people are stronger than you physically, and they are well-abled men, and they could not resist this. What makes you think that you can do it? And he told the king, watch me. He took the first pepper and he's like, so you see, he started chewing it. Then he was talking. He told the king, I'm going to tell you a story. You see, the farmer, when he took the pepper, he chewed the first pepper and then he blew air into his nose. Then he did that. He gestured. Then the king was laughing. He engaged the king. Then he took the second pepper and he's like, and the second person was the goldsmith person. He took the pepper and he was eating, and then he blew his nose, and then he also blew air into his mouth. Then he repeated the gesture. The carpenter ate 3 peppers. he went on into his third one, and he drank water. So he took the water and gestured it. Same thing. Then the warrior, he couldn't start, he started screaming. You know, at that time it was eating on him, so he was just gesturing to, you know, get through to the thing. Then he went to his fifth one, and he said, and you see, I finished my fifth pepper without doing or blowing my nose. Then he did it, or drinking water. Then he took the water and drank, and he did all the gestures. And he's like, so you see, end of the story, I won because I finished my pepper without doing any of those gestures. And he had to wait for 1 minute before drinking water. And so whilst waiting for the 1 minute, he kept on talking and talking. So the air would keep on getting into his mouth to ease the hardness. And then at the end of the 1 minute, he drank his water, and then he was awarded the most beautiful bride in the kingdom. Moral of the story: don't just see someone's physique and just predetermine of their failure or success. And also, when life presents a challenge to you, find a way around it. Don't just think because the challenge is too hard or difficult, you cannot do it. There is always a way through every situation. So find a way around it. Like they say, when life throws lemons at you, you make lemonade out of it. Like the spider, life threw a challenge at him, lemons, and then he made lemonade out of it. He didn't just sit down and wait. He was wise, very smart in thinking, and he copied every single gesture that each and every one of his competitors did, and he modified it, telling the story whilst imitating them. And at the same time, he was eating his portion, and at the end of the day, he won the gold prize. So each time you are faced with a situation, take a deep breath, observe the people, observe all the situation around you, and think truly, figure a plan, and put it into action. That's the moral of the story. So if you are not yet a follower, don't forget to hit the follow button and follow me for more doses of inspiration, and I will see you on my next one. I'm a life coach and a business coach, and if you need a one-on-one, just DM me. Go to my profile, and then you can find my link, everything, my contact, everything, and then you can follow me for more doses of inspiration. Stay tuned till I catch you next time. Ciao.